Ottawa is often made fun of for being a sleepy, boring government town, but let me tell you, it is a great and beautiful place to spend a few days living and working. For me, Ottawa is my hometown, and I had so much fun acting like a tourist over the past couple of days.
No better feeling than sitting in a hotel bed with a cup of tea and reading.
So let's hang out and explore Ottawa together. I hope you enjoy this vlog. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another vlog. I'm so excited for this one. I just woke up and we are in Ottawa. I don't know if you could tell through the window, but I guess you could tell by the title of this video. We are going to be doing a little staycation vlog. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here. There is such a cool feeling of waking up in a hotel in what is basically your own city. Ottawa is my hometown. It's no longer where I live, but it's, you know, it's my hometown. It's always going to be home. And waking up in a hotel here is just so funny. And waking up to this view that I showed you guys and in this hotel is so surreal to me. I feel like if I use this cup, it's going to be better. It's just like, why is everything slanted? The other reason I'm so excited for this vlog is because tourist season is upon us, and I figured that I could maybe show you guys some spots in Ottawa, show you guys some nice things. If any of you watching have a little day trip or a weekend trip or a whole week, I don't know. There's not that much to do in Ottawa. But if any of you guys are planning to visit Ottawa this spring or summer or even into the fall, then maybe I can show you guys a few things that are worth seeing. And if not, just share a few days in my life with you guys, kind of living and working staycation style in my hometown of Ottawa, which is so cool. So welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Zoe. If you are new, I'm 27 and usually I live in Montreal, but today we're living in Ottawa for the next few days. You can follow me on Instagram and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. So I very much just woke up and the number one thing bothering me right now is I forgot to bring a hairbrush. So I don't know what to do with my hair. It's going to be a working morning. I'm gonna work from this hotel room. Need to get dressed. I've just been like sipping tea and reading, and I think the first thing we're gonna do, you guys, which is so bougie, is order room service because listen, I'm the type of person who before going to bed, I need to know what I'm having for breakfast the next morning. Like I love breakfast, and I'm currently staying at the Chateau Laurier. Okay, everything is so bougie right now and I'm gonna explain why, but we are in the downtown of Ottawa. The Parliament is like right there. You guys are basically like your backs are facing the Parliament, and there is nothing inexpensive to eat around here. We're really in like tourist zone, so it's either I go for a walk and it's kind of rainy and get something expensive, or I just get room service and it's even more expensive, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna treat myself, and today only, we're gonna have room service. Hi, can I order breakfast, please? I'll have the Canadian breakfast with sausage, please.
Anything else, Madame Chelsea?
No, that's it. Thank you. Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. Okay, one thing about the Fairmont is they're so like formal, and the room is under JS's name. She definitely saw his last name, and that's why she picked up in French, and then like I blanked, so I spoke to her in English. And anyway, Ottawa's bilingual, but it's definitely not like Montreal's like francophone bilingual and Ottawa's like anglophone bilingual. So I was not expecting someone to pick up the phone in French. And then I don't know if you guys heard at the end, she's like, "Oh, thanks, Madame Chelsea," and I'm like, it's not my name. Okay, so let me quickly explain to you guys what the heck I'm doing here. So JS, every year for his work, they have a annual conference, and it's like this really big deal, and it's always at a Canadian city, and the cities rotate. So last year was in Quebec City, the year before was in Montreal, the year before was COVID. So this year, because it was in Ottawa, JS was like, why don't you tag along, you can stay at the hotel with me, and then you can like work and see your parents. And like, I think just because Ottawa is my hometown, he thought it would be fun to bring me along, which I was like, for sure. So I've known this was coming for a couple months, and then as things do, they just kind of like, oh my gosh, it's May, like it's time to go. So he is working. This is like his really, really busy time with work. There's like a lot of networking, a lot of presentations. So I'm not even really seeing him. I'm really just like benefiting from the hotel room and some of the perks. And then, yeah, because this is like a work thing and they invite clients, it's like very, very, you know, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I was once a corporate girl. I get it. We're staying at what I think is the nicest hotel in Ottawa. And I grew up in this city. And if you grew up in Ottawa, you know the Chateau Laurier. Like, it is really in like the center pinnacle of the city. Let me show you guys. So right here, this is the Parliament where you see the flag on top and the clock. That is called the Peace Tower, and that is a part of, it's not a part of this building that you see here, it's actually behind it, and that is the main Parliament building. And then everything around are also buildings related to the Parliament. Right down here, if we go down, this is the Rideau Canal. So this goes all the way down, and this is like where people are skating in the winter, and it's really, really beautiful. So you guys can see the water here. But right here, these are the locks. So this is actually where the Rideau Canal, and if you look this way, we can't really see, but if you were to go down, that is the Rideau River. So that's where the river and the canal meet. And so these are the locks that like the boats pass through and stuff. It's really, really nice. If you look this way, you're looking towards like kind of Ottawa's downtown. You have Elgin Street, further down you have Bank Street. And I grew up like beyond there. I grew up in Centertown. So this was like my playground as a kid. But right here, we have the War Memorial. On Canada Day and stuff, they'll have guards, like the British guards there. It's really cool. And then kind of beyond, you have Ottawa's downtown. So this is really like a center point. And if you were to go this way, if you were to go to the left down here, you would have like the Rideau Center and stuff. So I'm going to show you guys all of that later, but it's just to show that we're kind of in like the center of Ottawa. And this hotel, the Chateau Laurier, is like an old castle. It is so beautiful. So I'm better off just showing you guys than talking about it. So we're gonna go explore the hotel, which I haven't even had time to do yet. But what I wanted to say was like growing up in Ottawa, and I would take the bus everywhere, I would walk everywhere with my mom. Like growing up in Centertown, I would always see the Chateau Laurier, and I would always dream of staying here one day. But obviously living in the city, like you have no need to stay there. And I don't know how much a room costs per night here, but I think it's very expensive. So I don't know, it's just such a surreal thing to like be staying here. It's so fancy, and it's like one of my childhood dreams come true, because like I said, I always grew up looking at this beautiful hotel. And there's a really beautiful restaurant downstairs actually called Zoe's Lounge, where they do like high tea and stuff, which my mom and I might do later, maybe tomorrow. Anyways, I'm rambling on, and I'm talking so much. It's just because I'm really excited to show you guys like my hometown through a different lens. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to Ottawa. I want to know. Okay, the room is a total mess, but we need to get dressed. I don't really know what to wear today. I packed everything in my base bag, and I'm meeting up with my friend Mary later to do a workout. But until then, I want to dress like comfy cute. Okay, it might look a little bit nuts. I think I'm gonna wear this like wraparound top with these cropped leggings. Yeah, whatever. You know what, you guys, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Ottawa is not known for being a fashionable city. It's actually like mocked for being so unfashionable. So I think it's getting better as like the young people here, like, you know, with like access to social media and stuff, like I've definitely seen people start dressing better, but this isn't the place where I need to like look my most fashionable. Okay, the lighting is so yellow, but I kind of love it. I feel like it's cute. I don't know. It's a little bit different, but it's just perfect for what we have going on today. My breakfast is here. This is my bougiest moment ever. I don't even want to tell you guys how much this cost because there was like a service fee and tip. Anyways, it looks beautiful, so let's just focus on that. The guy brought it in. Oh my gosh, there's bread in here. Okay. Wow, this is crazy. And I saw this flower and I was just like, wow, this is so beautiful and premium. But anyways, let's see. Oh, for real, that's gorgeous. That's a beautiful breakfast with the view. I love it. I want to see if I can bring, oh yeah, so that I can sit by the window instead of at this dark desk like this. This is so nice. So good. So good. Oh my God. I'm living my best life right now. Wow. I'm so thankful right now. This is crazy. Okay. What do you guys think is under here? I think it's butter. Ah, it's butter. Look how cute. Oh my God. You guys can just so tell that I'm not used to fancy things like this because I'm just like freaking out. So it's 8:30 on the dot. I have a podcast recording. I'm going on a podcast at 10 a.m. So I'm pretty excited for that. Right away after at 11, I have a copywriting meeting and then I need to go meet up with my mom. So as always, what I always do is I overload myself just in general in life, but I will also often do it when I'm here in Ottawa because I have a lot of family. My family is very spread out. My parents are not together. So visiting them means visiting them separately. My sister still lives here in Ottawa and my best friend Mary is still here in Ottawa. So there's a lot of different people that I want to see and make sure that I can spend quality time with. And so I'll often spread myself too thin. And I know a lot of people can probably relate to that when going back to their hometown, especially if your parents are no longer together, running around, seeing everyone. It's a lot, but I've been dealing with that for many years. And so I always just try and like keep my head on my shoulders and know that you can't please everyone. You're never going to make everyone, so happy. So you just do the best you can. But I will also do it with work where it's like on top of seeing everyone and on top of trying to make everyone happy, I'll also try and cram as much work as possible. So this morning I was thinking it would be so fun to film a Q&A for YouTube and film it here in the hotel room. And it definitely would, but it would mean filming for my Q&As. I usually film long. So filming for an hour and a half, and then right away jumping on the podcast and then right away jumping on a call. And I just don't think if I want to have like a nice peaceful day, I don't think that's like the way to go, especially because I'm probably not really going to be working this afternoon. Like I said, I'm going to spend time with my mom. So I just have to kind of get real. The other thing I always need to get real about when I'm here is that, yeah, I'm never as productive as I am at home. Unless I go somewhere and I'm like really away from people, like there's no 9 to 5 workday happening here. My mom is retired. My dad is self-employed. So like, and my sister's in university and she's not even in class right now. Like it's over. So there's no like me sitting down and being productive for too long at least. And that's fine. That's fine because I'm happy to make the time to spend quality time with them. And I'm grateful that I can. Like I'm grateful that I have a flexible schedule, that I can have less intense work days and make up for it later, because I don't see my family as often as, if I lived in the same city with them. So it's all good. Totally fine. All that to say, I'm going to just sit at the desk after I finish breakfast and get a little like admin work done. I have some emails and stuff, just like prep for the podcast, prep for the copywriting call, do what I got to do, and then we'll spend the afternoon exploring. So I think it's about time that I shut my mouth. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm just eating the last of my toast. Here's a better look at the outfit. I just wrapped up work for the morning and now my mom is making her way downtown to come meet up with me. We're gonna spend the afternoon together. I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna get up to, but I think it's gonna start with grabbing a coffee. So of course I'm gonna take you guys along. I think we're gonna go explore the market a little bit. So we're gonna go that way in Ottawa, and I think tomorrow I will show you guys just kind of like a closer up of like that area that I showed you through the window. So not 100% sure what's in store, but come along. So this is the back of the Chateau Laurier where we are staying, and it's so crazy because if you just look at it like this, you would think that you're maybe in like the English countryside and this is someone's castle. It's so beautiful. And this is Major's Hill Park. It is so beautiful next to the canal and the river and the Parliament. Look at these spring blooms, and the tulips are blooming. Soon it will be the Tulip Festival here in Ottawa, which is just so, I keep saying beautiful, but I mean, what other words are there to describe? Look at all of these gorgeous tulips. It is so fun to be experiencing the city that I grew up in and honestly took for granted like my whole life growing up here through this kind of touristy lens. But yeah, when I grew up here, I was like, Ottawa is so boring, and Ottawa is like, people love to joke about how boring Ottawa is and how there's nothing to do, and it's a little bit true, but it is a really beautiful city. And now that I'm older, I'm just like able to appreciate that more. Like, are you kidding? That's my mom getting out of the taxi. Good morning, friends. It's a new day. It's 8:30 in Ottawa. When I was growing up, my dad would always have the CBC playing, like the CBC radio, and it would always say like, it is 6:30 a.m. in Ottawa. Or they would be like, I'm Rich Turfry reporting from Ottawa. Like, these are just like the sounds of my childhood. This trip has been so much fun so far. It's not over yet, but there's been something so cool about a staycation in your hometown because you have this separation. Like, I'm coming home to this kind of neutral space, a hotel room, while still spending time with my family. And I don't know, something about the spring weather, it's just like incredible. I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity. Literally thanks to JS's job for like having a conference here and allowing me to kind of tag along. But anyway, speaking of my dad, I'm late to go meet up with him. I went for a run this morning and then I was like, oh, I'll be there in 30 minutes. But like, that was how long the run was gonna last. And then I didn't factor in like showering and getting dressed. So I've been making him wait. I feel bad, but of course I have to update my vlog. So no room service today. No room service. That was too much, too bougie. My dad and I are gonna go grab a smoothie, and then I wanna take a walk with him and show you guys like the Parliament and just all of the like beautiful things around here that I was talking about yesterday. So come on, let's go. And some Earl Grey. Here, have a sip, energize yourself, a little sip of Earl Grey. I wanna show you guys there's like actually something in the cup, okay? This isn't Gilmore Girls. So have your little sip here, have a second sip, and let's go. Okay, say your line.
What's that?
Hi, blondes. And turn around and give us a heart sign. A heart. Yeah. Okay, ignore the mess, but this is such a nice room to come back to. My dad and I just spent the morning walking around, having breakfast. It was so nice. We just finished a really long walk around the canal, which was so beautiful, but I'm definitely feeling tired. But I'm also feeling just like so thankful, and it's so funny. I think like growing older and like you just have hindsight and, you know, obviously like we mature, and appreciating things that like you took for granted. It's just like such a funny experience, and especially that I'm vlogging this trip and I'm like really wanting to show you guys these beautiful things, these beautiful flowers, like the canal. It's really making me feel like a tourist in my own city, which is a feeling that I don't know if I've ever really had before, at least not this intensely. And there's like a little part of me that's kicking myself for all of the times that I really took this city for granted. Like I lived here for 18 years and I really took it for granted. But that's hindsight, and that's growing up, I think. So I'm just glad that I get to appreciate it now and that I get to share it with you guys. So it's about midday, it's almost 1 p.m. and I'm feeling a little bit tired. I don't really have anywhere good to prop you guys up, so I'm like leaning over, but I'm starting to feel like my social battery is drained. I didn't really tell you guys about yesterday, but in the afternoon, I met up with my mom, walked around, we went to the mall, and then pretty much straight after meeting up with my mom, I met up with my friend Mary. We did a workout class, and then we went for dinner. And then I went and saw my dad, and I'm just like, I'm drained. So now I'm about to meet up with my mom. We're actually gonna have high tea here at the Chateau Laurier, which is like so bougie, and I'm so excited. But after that, I need a few hours to myself to rest or maybe get some work done. Like I haven't really done any work today, and I definitely have a few things that I need to do. So we shall see, but I know that if I don't take a little bit of time for myself, I'm gonna start feeling like really drained, and we don't want that. But finding the balance between like enjoying my last full day here because I'm leaving tomorrow morning and taking some time for myself, but should be all good. That being said, I have a few things that I want to show you guys, tiny little like haul style. So 2 books. I know I said I wasn't buying any more books this year, but we went to Indigo yesterday and I cracked. And then my mom was just super generous and she was like, let me get them for you, which was so nice. Like being spoiled by your parents as an adult is like kind of funny. And anyway, I'm like, it was just really sweet of her. So 2 books that this one I've been wanting to read for a long time. Magnolia Parks. They kind of pulled it off the shelves because it was like being republished. And then I kind of forgot about it. So they had it in stock yesterday and both of these books were 30% off. So got this one. I feel like it's gonna be a great summer read. And if I enjoy it, then I can just like dive into the whole series, which will be fun. And then this one is new. So I figured they wouldn't be at the library. This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. I read Every Summer After and it was really good. So I figured this will be a great summer read. Plus it's a Canadian author. So that's nice. It was so funny though, because at Indigo, one of the workers came up when she saw me grab this book and she was like, no, don't buy it right now. Carly is gonna be in store next week signing books. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because obviously I won't be here next week, but that would have been really cool. And you guys, okay, I need to tell you this. So these are just like hometown things, which are crazy. The guy working at the cash has worked at that Indigo. The Indigo moved across the street. Like it used to be a Chapters. It used to be like a huge Chapters right here on Rideau Street in Ottawa. And then they moved it across the street, smaller into the mall. And now it's an Indigo. But this man has been working there for years. And I feel like a part of me grew up with this guy because I've been shopping at that store for so long. And I just remember him like this man, like he hasn't aged, like he looks the exact same. And when I gave him my phone number for the rewards points, he was like, oh, you're from Montreal, like, cause the area code. He's like, what are you doing here? I was like, oh, like I'm visiting my family, you know, like I grew up here. And I was like, actually, I recognize you. Like you've served me many times over the years. And it was just like, that's what's nice about Ottawa is it's a big city, small town vibe. Anyways, I am just seeing this city with like such rose-colored glasses right now, but it was a cute moment. So some books. These I got Tuesday, actually, before I started vlogging. I got these from the thrift store. I love going thrifting with my sister, and you guys might hate these. Let me know in the comments if it's a love or a hate, but I've been looking at like just window shopping for shoes online. I've been seeing a lot of slingbacks, been seeing a lot of short heels, a lot of flats, Mary Janes, and they're all so cute, but I was not allowing myself to buy any because they're all around $100 or more, and I'm just like, I don't need new shoes. Anyways, saw these at Value Village for $10.49. They're definitely, you know, old school vibes, but mixed, like metallics are super in right now. The mixed metal is also really trendy right now, and they feel really comfortable. They're literally called Comfort Walkables. Definitely look like something that my grandma would have worn, but I'm really happy with these. And look at this, you guys. I was shopping in my window shopping online at Naturalizer. I saw these shoes and I thought they were so cute, but obviously I didn't buy them, $150. Then I saw them in person at the Bay, so I took this video because obviously they're not identical, but they're pretty freaking similar for 10 bucks. So check out your thrift store. I know maybe it's a bit gross to buy thrifted shoes. Maybe I'll spray a little disinfectant on them, but I'm also not too squeamish. So big win here, super happy. All right, I'm gonna take a little moment to myself, might get some reading done. Currently working on this bad boy. I'm having a hard time getting into this third book, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of on the fence about this series. Like the first book I did not like, the second book I enjoyed. This one I'm like, meh, but I gotta do it. It's for a book club with my bar girls, so I have a lot of work to do. So I'm gonna work on this, just relax a little bit before we go grab tea. Good morning, guys. I have you propped up on a pillow, so we're just in bed chatting together. The AC is blasting, so I hope you can hear me on this like the most unflattering angle. I'm going back to Montreal today. I'm honestly kind of sad. I wish that I could like stay over the weekend, or I don't know. It's always hard when I'm visiting my parents to like say goodbye and leave after. So yeah, I'm a little bit sad. I'm actually going home by myself because I'm taking the bus to go home earlier because I have to work tonight. So I wanted to make sure that I got home with plenty of time to prepare my classes and just not stress. JS's conference officially ends at noon, and then, you know, there's probably like some mingling and stuff, and I just didn't want to risk it to not be back in time in case there was any traffic or anything like that. It's a 2-hour drive with no traffic, with no interruptions from Montreal to Ottawa. On the bus, it's 2.5 hours, and I'm getting dropped at the airport, and then I have to take an Uber to Rockland, which is where I work, and I'm teaching workout classes tonight. So yeah, I wish I had the full day. I wish I could stay and drive back with him. And taking the bus is something I haven't done since I was a student, because I think during COVID, they shut down the Greyhound. Like the Greyhound was shut down. I guess maybe it went out of business. I used to take the Greyhound bus to get back and forth to visit my parents on breaks and stuff. And I have really bad memories of taking the bus and just being like
so sad. Like, especially in my first year of university, I was so homesick. I missed Ottawa so much. I never, like, every time I would come home, I never wanted to go back to Montreal. And so I would just be miserable on the bus. So that is what I have memories of. Hopefully today is better. It's like the Orleans Express. It's not the Greyhound anymore. I'm catching it from Ottawa U. So I'm just having a chill morning. Then I'm gonna pack up. I need to get something for breakfast, something healthy, because last night my stomach was hurting so badly because I think just like a lot of just like mixing foods. I have like, anyway, you guys don't care. So I'm gonna read for a little bit more because there is no better feeling than sitting in a hotel bed with a cup of tea and reading. Like, I just never want it to end, but we gotta go back to real life.